Good morning.
Good morning.
Choking on a little coffee this morning.
Take it easy.
We're up earlier than normal, slightly. Normally we wake up and then lay in bed a little bit longer. Today we got right up. Why did you get right up?
Well, I've been waking. There is this
I know, it's been bothering me.
driving since last night too. A little bug flying around. So I've been waking up a little bit before 5 and kind of trying to fall back asleep, tossing and turning. So I was just awake.
Yeah. Normally have the alarm go off at 5:30 and then kind of snooze for a minute. I gotta edit this video for you guys so y'all can watch it today.
That's why.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's
Is
just
that a
a
little
little-
mosquito?
It's like a little gnat, I think.
Oh, it's driving me crazy.
But yeah, trying to get some videos out to you guys today. Yesterday was a day of figuring out things. It was a huge pain, I guess. Been
the moral of the story.
Yeah.
The past 3 days.
Things have not been working well, and not as much progress as I would have liked, but getting it done, and also, you guys know that we cut all the trees down and burn them and all that. We were cleaning up some more, and it's rained off and on for about a week. It'll be kind of hit or miss, and then yesterday it rained again. Unfortunately, all this rain didn't hit when we first threw out the grass seed. It decided to wait, but it's at the point where we need to mow. We need to do all that, but do we wait and let it grow out more? Because there is a section that we didn't mow before, and it's super thick.
It's beautiful.
But do you let it get to that, and then you have the other... It's technically the trees that we had cut down. The little stumps and all that are growing, and they're... I call them shrubs in one of the videos. They're not shrubs, but...
Yeah. Little things start growing. They're getting real tall in the chicken area.
Yeah. And then you could tell the difference, too, around the chicken area where we threw seed. Since we weren't going to throw it into where the chickens were, it's very much grass all around that.
So it did take that second round.
Just not as much, not as high of a percentage of seeds, because we had watered and everything, but then we were hoping it was supposed to rain, and then it didn't rain as much. We wouldn't have seeded as big of an area if I would have known it wasn't going to rain as much. But
the way she goes.
Yeah, at least now we can truly see any bare spots, and then we need to move the chickens and get grass growing in that area. It's just more so of where do we put them that they can be there for a minute. We can easily move stuff, I guess, but it's just more of we need to move them quite a bit at first from where they're at. Then you can move them a little bit at a time. But as of right now...
and that thing's heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot heavier than expected. It actually broke the board.
Whenever we were trying to make it move.
Yeah, one side's fine. The other side, it just cracked the whole thing. I don't know if it was a bad board to begin with and kind of got it or what, but one side's good, the other side's not. But I think...
speaking of chickens, we haven't gotten any eggs.
Over the last... I think it's because we changed their diet. So they went from eating in a small area, and then we were just throwing in, feeding the thing.
Yeah.
Then we kind of got them out, and then we actually switched feeds on them because we bought some different stuff.
Well, that green bag stuff they had whenever they were in there.
Yeah, but at the very end. And then, because at first we used the other bag as like a red bag, and then we let them out, and then now we kind of don't feed them as much. We've been letting them eat bugs and watermelon and
Throwing up banana peels.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
I truly think it's just like change in diet. And then they also, I don't know if you can tell, I was looking yesterday, they look great. They look phenomenal, and I think they used a lot of their energy to grow back their feathers. So a lot of times whenever they molt and lose a lot of feathers, when they're growing them back, they won't lay eggs at all. So it could be, I think it's a number of all of that.
Yeah.
So
I got in there yesterday and kind of pet a couple of them.
that's a big move for you.
Even the roosty, he let me do it.
She does not like birds.
I don't like birds. They're creepy. But I think I'm starting to like them.
I like chickens, especially our Lone Ranger one that's out by itself. The one that everyone always asks, why does that one get to be out and the others don't?
Or she just comes like running
Oh,
you.
yeah. She knows we're going to go feed the pigs and goats and I'm going to get some. And, I mean, she'll run. And then I'll feed and I'll legit let her eat out of my hand and I'll throw a little down. And then...
some of those hens yesterday, too, I put some in my hand. They were eating out of my hand.
Yeah. It's just... Some chickens are crazy, and then some will run up and then just go like that, and then they'll let you pick them up. You can hold them. You can do whatever. It's pretty interesting to see the different personalities in every animal that we have. And sometimes whenever we're tired or whatever from working and stuff, we'll come sit right here. And depending on where the sun's at, we'll turn the chairs around and stuff, but then, you'd be like, you want to just look at the chickens? You want to just watch the chickens? It just depends where the sun is. You don't want to be staring right into it, but it's... I was going to say, it's just fun watching.
Yeah, that's like my thing. In general, though, like any of the animals, you just sit and watch. I can do that all day as opposed to just like watching TV. It's a lot more entertainment for me.
Yeah, it'll be, I think it's kind of funny. At Shooting Ranch, our whole thing was, clearly we had a lot more land. It was a lot different, but we had a ton of goats, multiple pigs. We were planning on getting multiple cows, getting just like the whole works of more of like, I'm going to call them like land animals. That's not the right term.
Livestock?
Yeah, but aren't chickens livestock?
Yeah, I guess.
But so this is where I'm going with it, though.
Oh, okay.
We're going more for the four-legged, bigger animals. And I'm kind of at the point here where I think we almost benefit more from the two-legged animals, the birds, to where it's like, have a bunch of we eat more chicken than anything.
Yeah.
Of course, we eat a lot of pork, or we haven't lately, I guess, just because chicken's real easy to grill up. But
yeah, and it's a little bit healthier.
Yeah, but it's like, if we have, I don't want to ruin it. No, it's out there. I'm gonna say, if we have breakfast out and with the girl and have babies, that's quick meat, real quick. They grow fast, they breed fast, they give birth fast, all that stuff. And we were watching Paragon's video. At first, that's why I was like, I don't want to say anything, but I forgot. We were watching the video, and then we got FaceTimed.
Yeah.
So.
Chrissy FaceTimed me with some cute little baby piggies.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute. And
yeah.
If you haven't watched their video, you can see them in there. It's
Well, yeah, but then, so we watched that, and then right after we watched Juno's video about the cows, and then Chrissy FaceTimed with pigs, and I'm like, Lambo's growing so slow. These cows take like 5 years to get huge and have baby. Like the turnaround time on Lambo having a baby for us to eat is years from now. Because a cow takes so much longer. Clearly, common sense, you get a lot more meat from a cow. It's worth it. But it's legit where 2 cows, that's it. Mom and a dad, and then you butcher the baby. And if it comes out and it's a really, really nice female, you probably sell it.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier. You have a higher, unfortunately, death rate with birds because whatever reason. But easier to get predators and stuff. But at some point, I want it to be like it was at Shooting Ranch, where we had chickens just roaming everywhere. And I've never owned guineas. You've never owned guineas. We've been around. We've seen them. Paragon has them. And then at the old place, there was a house that had about 5 million of them.
Yeah.
Both ways we used to go. And they're always roaming. I personally don't know what it's like having a bunch of guineas running around on the property. I do know they're loud. Anytime we would drive by, like you can hear them all.
Yeah.
But so is a dog barking, and we deal with that. So we might as well deal with a little bird barking, eating ticks and snakes. And
that's what I was telling Jason. I don't know, a couple days ago. I was like, we either need to start getting some guineas, or like maybe a barn cat. Or just something, because these snakes.
There's a lot of them lately.
They're popping out.
But I think what it is it's that time of year. But this is the first time this property's been cleared, and they don't know where to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go, and we've seen quite a bit. I think we've seen more snakes on this property in the last couple of months than we did the entire time at Shooting Ranch.
Yeah.
Which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
But clearly, that's a lot bigger, and but
I feel like too we were a lot louder there. Generators going.
True. We don't really.
I don't know. Dogs were more running around, playful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And then also, it's not straight woods over there. There's a lot of open area. Now we have open area, but we're trying not to mow right now because we're wanting our grass to grow up. Now we can go on the other side, kind of more out that way, but we did just mow that not long ago. Clearly, this is the time of year where you have to just, every week, you got to get out there and do it, but that's not really the priority to get all that in the back, down. But if y'all watch the Crocker Life, I don't remember seeing the clip, to be honest. One almost ran over the snake. I mean, I got so close that I literally almost stopped on top of it and didn't even see it. The dogs walked right by it. I mean,
Stubbs was the only one that was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Rufio just did his thing. He don't care about nothing. He walked right. He almost just stepped on it, and that snake just stayed still. But if it would have stepped on it, it probably would have got bit. And is that what happened to the goats? I don't know. But so we did look it up. If we would have had the phone on us in the moment, that'd be cool, because my phone's really awesome. It has a feature where you can take a picture and it'll identify it instantly. And even if you like this coffee mug, you take a picture, it'll tell you where you could buy it. It has like
your old DG.
Yeah, it's crazy. That feature on it's cool. But if we would have done that, we would have known instantly it wasn't poisonous, and we would have felt a little better. But when you at first glance, it's hard to tell, and you just want to get away. And the bad thing is if it was a bad snake, we would want to get rid of it. And so, definitely trying not to walk around with flip-flops right now.
Yeah.
Trying to keep our eyes peeled. Last night, we ran the generator again, trying to fill the pond up. And unfortunately, the more water you have in that pond, the more snakes are coming in, the more turtles, the more frogs, the more all that. It brings in everything. I think once we have the animals in there, it might help keep things away, because it's very much overgrown in that area.
Yeah, in that area too. It's like we don't want to mow.
No,
because it's food.
Yeah,
but it is.
It is looking bad.
Yeah, way overgrown. But it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's food.
So soon it'll be cleared out and it'll look better. But I don't know. It's just at that point right now where you have to really keep your eyes open when you're going, and then even just on normal, I mean, just walks, doing stuff. Thankfully, the chickens are right here, and this is another thing you think about. It's going to be a lot harder for a snake to come up and get the chickens because the dogs are always right here. We're always right here. We can watch, we go whatever. So whenever we move the chickens, we still need to have an eye on them. We still want them around all that dogs and stuff. Because if they're pinned up, you start having a lot of, especially if you start having a lot of eggs, you start having problems with snakes coming in and eating the eggs or trying to eat the chickens. And so, I don't know. I don't want to move the chickens off too far, but I also don't want them right here anymore. They've outdone this spot, and we need to grow the grass and move them and stuff. So we got to figure all that out. It's all petty little things to worry about, and at the end of the day, it's not hurting anything for them to be here or anything. It's all simple things and simple common sense, like, oh yeah, there's snakes this time of year. There's snakes all the time, but little things like that. But it is becoming more and more of a, I guess, priority to take care of this stuff and to be vigilant. Would that be the right word?
Especially to, like, you don't want, like, Rufio or anybody to get bit or struck, whatever.
I think if Rufio or Sawyer got bit, that might be it.
Yeah, because a lot of times the dogs can kind of, like, handle it on their own.
Yeah.
Which, flashback, do you guys remember when Cowboy, whenever he was a little pup, had that massive...
I forgot about that. He had a big old knot on his head.
Yeah, he got bit by a snake, and, I don't know, the dogs are... Most of the time, dogs are great. They can heal.
Yeah, but the old ones...
That's the thing.
They're barely alive.
Yeah, it would just... And then also, like, Soy can't see that good. Roof, he just doesn't care about anything.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't pay attention either, so...
You could be driving up in the driveway, he'll just be looking at you like, you go around.
Yeah.
I ain't moving.
Yeah, so, I don't know, maybe guineas, just, again, something so kind of really deter the snakes away from them.
And now I'll say this, I don't... From what I've seen, I don't know if you've seen anything, but I figured you probably would have said something, but I don't think Lowrider and Stubbs have gone after the birds again. I don't think they've gone after I haven't seen them go after the turkey again. And Lowrider, I don't think he'll ever do anything wrong again. I got him listening real good.
Yeah.
And then Stubbs, he's very smart. He is way smarter than Lowrider. Lowrider's smart in his own way, I guess. Stubbs more book smart. He pay attention, whatever.
Yeah.
Lowrider's very street smart.
Yeah.
He's figured that out.
Yeah, well, I think Stubbs is more of like the working. He wants to work. He has that in him where
he'll pay attention and watch you. Yeah. He wants to know.
So I think that's the difference between them. But they are doing really good.
Yeah. So the reason I brought that up, so if people are being like, well, if you put guineas out, will the dogs get them? I don't think so, and I think a guinea would whoop a dog's butt.
And that's what they need.
Yeah, guineas they're pretty, they'll all circle a snake and kill a snake. Mm-hmm. I think they would fight back for a dog, especially...
circling like Lowrider or stuff.
I'd be like, that's their problem. Shouldn't have been messed with them. So I don't know. But we're also at the point where we were watching Paragon's video, and they have 8 million chickens. If y'all ever need to buy chickens, hit them up, big or small. But they have just a crazy amount of chicks, and I didn't realize how many chicks they had, and we were there one day, and we walked through, and I was like, y'all legit have an operation.
Yeah.
Like, from how many eggs you're incubating to how many chicks you're raising up to what week they are, then you sell them, and then some you're growing out. I mean, it's insane.
And Chrissy's got it like organized.
Oh, she knows it all. I don't know how, but they have a bunch, and Danielle was just like, man, maybe we should have just bought a bunch of chicks, because our chickens aren't really laying right now. Maybe we should have bought a bunch of chicks. We're just not at that point. And that's what I was just like, it would be awesome. Which is where we're going to put them, you know. And I don't know if it is in our best interest to build some type of grow out area. The only bad thing is like you can't put chicks in this fencing, and for us, if we build something to get chicks to grow them up, that's another build we have to do, which technically it wouldn't be that hard. You know, you just it's kind of a massive cage, but
a lot of chicken wire.
Yeah, I would rather use what we did on the bottom of the coop.
Oh yeah.
I don't like chicken wire. I hate that stuff. But if anyone uses it, I ain't talking trash to you. It's just more power to you for using it.
Yeah.
That stuff drives me crazy.
It's a pain in the booties.
Yeah. But speaking of that, if we could only have so many in there, I guess. But again, on Paragon's video, I keep bringing them up. They have a little hoop coop thing, and it looked really good. It looked awesome, and it was a kind of a wood frame on the bottom, and then it had a cattle panel going up, and then a tarp over it, and it looked not like an eyesore. If someone just told me, yeah, we did a hoop coop and then we just put a tarp over, I'd be thinking like, ooh, I wouldn't want that out in the front over here where people can see, because we already have enough crap everywhere. And it looked really good. So maybe we could do something like that to where it's a little bit easier to move around or whatever, and then we can use it later for, whatever. But
yeah, it would be nice to get some, like, I don't know, here's the lingo. Is it dual purpose? Is that what?
What, chickens?
Yeah.
Depends on what you mean, egg and meat.
Yeah.
They call them dual purpose, yeah. But almost every chicken will lay an egg, and you can eat.
But, like, you want the...
Yeah, you want the biggest chicken to eat, and you want the fastest pooping out eggs that you can get.
So, to have an area where it is, for us, the dual purpose, more meaty chickies.
Yeah.
And then also turkeys. You'll throw a turkey in the smoker?
Yeah.
I'm just, in reality, I just want some turkey legs.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not the best when you go to the fair and you say, I'm going to get a turkey leg.
Yeah, but you've probably never had straight, fresh turkey that was cut up in the breast fried and then dipped in honey.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so good. Anytime we go out to our ranch and shoot turkey, fry up the breast and dip it in honey, it's insane. It's so good.
Yeah, I bet it'd be good.
Oh, I would rather have that than a turkey leg.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, I don't know, to have an area for birds.
Yeah.
Pretty rad.
It's just more of, when do we do it?
Yeah.
When do we put that?
And then also they can all fly. So.
Huh?
Like birds. Like a whole, because you grow them out. And once they get bigger, they can fly out.
Like when they're ready?
Yeah.
Or when you don't want them to fly out?
You don't want them to fly out.
Oh. Well, you put top. Or when they fly out, that means they're ready to leave. They're ready to go out and eat bugs and do whatever.
Well, yeah, that's what, like, after that point, you just free range.
I mean, I don't know where we'd put them.
Yeah.
Buy more netting, I guess. Electric netting. But, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where we're at. A little mixed match of coffee to crackers. It's just been a rough couple of days trying to get stuff to work, and you guys will see. I'm probably going to be bleeping out a lot of words. I was not a happy camper the last couple of days. I'll just say that. It got the best of me. And we figured out kind of how to do it, even though it's not how we wanted to do it. It's the longer way to do it. But getting it done. And hopefully, if anything, it's very entertaining to watch or very educational.
Our pain be
your entertainment.
Yeah. So what's the lesson today, baby?
If you're starting a homestead, just get chickens and that's it. Don't get any other animals you got to fence in. Don't just let your fence rust. Who cares about painting it? Mm-hmm. Don't even, just free range everything. And share with your neighbors. They'll go over there and free range and help them out, and just get animals, but don't do fencing.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I could ever give anyone. Buy property with fencing already on it. That's even better.
Yeah. So there you go.
This is a fun fact. The property we almost bought, I don't know if we ever fully talked about that.
We kind of did. It was like a old, abandoned, dog run place
facility.
Yeah.
And
so it was 7.5 acres.
Yeah.
And
fully fenced in, pond, the
water, electric,
everything. But it had multiple it was pretty trashy.
Yeah.
Hoarder situation.
It would have been a lot of work, but there was a bunch of buildings.
And the animals would have been taken care of instantly. So, Do
you wish we would have, because they just were asking a little bit too much.
They were asking too much for what had to be put into it.
Do you wish, looking back,
we would have got it?
Yeah.
Well,
really, that's what we spend on fencing.
Yeah, but at least it's new fencing, I guess. But, would life be 100% different right now? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think everything works out the way it needs to work out. Maybe it was the universe telling us that's not where we should live in that town.
Yeah.
It was beautiful out in the country. It was awesome. We're not going to say where it was in case someone lives there, or we're not trying to dog the town or nothing.
Well, it wasn't that town, it was the next town that wasn't so good.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying I don't want anyone to think we're dogging whatever. It's just more of I've really come to truly like Bristow, and it's awesome. And this, I think,
live here.
We should have left and went to the other place.
Yeah, that was the big thing whenever we were looking at the other place, but it's further away from Juno's.
Yeah, and I tried to get away, and Danielle couldn't, and now we're here, down the street from Juno's. Yeah, I don't know. That place was definitely set up. All we would have had to do is tear down the buildings. Some of them were already usable.
Yeah, would have had a shop. There was even a trailer on there already that was bigger than this. Remember?
A camper.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just not like a mobile home, a camper.
Yeah.
But it had a deck built and everything. It was all run down a little bit, but there was definitely a lot of it was usable, I guess. It would have been it was YouTube gold.
Yeah.
Our channel would be just killing, because it would have been the ultimate turnaround, the ultimate makeover, and
the big thing is you wouldn't have to focus on animals right away.
Yeah.
Because they'd be set. There's like there's shelters for the animals, like in everything out there.
Oh, everything. Fence, water, pond, electric. It was taken care of. But we would have to make it work with the layout that was there. And here, we get to make it our own. So
we wouldn't be doing a grain bin.
No. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows what we would have done, because we'd had to tear down and build a house. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting if you could play out both and see how it would have turned out. But that's not how life works.
No.
But it is interesting to think that we went from where the animals would be fully taken care of to there's nothing here. And it did make it easier for the move being here because that was a lot further. And having to move everything and back and forth and all that. That could have been a major hassle.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? There's so many pros and cons. And for a minute, at least I was pretty dead set on that place. Like, I was very much, I remember seeing it online, looking at it for a long time. And then we went out there and looked at it and I thought about it. And it was one of those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it would have played out. But we're here and we're getting it how everything we want, the layout and all that stuff. I don't know if I could have, I guess it could have fit and could have worked, but it wouldn't have been and this is very superficial or whatever, but it wouldn't have been a brand new big shop. There was already a shop there. We just have to redo it. And then I don't know if at that point, if it still would have been good, if we'd have to redo the whole thing. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's so many different ways. Now you got my mind thinking about that place. But I don't need to think about that no more. I need to edit. You're going to edit Crocker Life. I'm going to edit the Crockers. And hopefully later you guys will see both. And then hopefully, I don't know what the weather or anything like that is supposed to. The whole last like 10 days has just been. We don't know when it's going to rain, but do what you can until it starts raining. And then luckily it hasn't rained for too long. They can get back out and do stuff. But hopefully we can get it all finished up and where we want it and all of that. And you guys will be able to see. But just bear in mind, I think if you made it this far, you do like us. The video coming up on the Crockers, I don't know how it's going to turn out. I have not started looking at footage. But it'll be interesting. And
the original, like, this is going to be the video. It's changed. We
drastically
had to adapt. So, yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Alright, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.